The Seminary of Sacred Heart was a former Catholic seminary in Pennsylvania. It opened in 1939 to train candidates for the Congregation of the Mission, commonly called the Vincentian Fathers, and operated until 1990. The facilities then served as a retreat center until its final closure in 2009. Join us as we venture inside to see what remains. Welcome to Season 10, and thank you for watching this video. We do want to apologize for not putting out the content that you have come to expect from us. Many things happened over the summer that made it hard to get out and explore. We are back now and ready to show you some new location. Let's get started with Season 10. In 1912, the Vincentians decided to build a school of theology for candidates in their community based in the Germantown neighborhood of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The prefect of the Vincentian Minor Seminary, the Reverend Joseph A. Skelly, was asked to dedicate his time to raising funds to build a new seminary. As a result of his labors, in 1936, the congregation acquired a 460-acre tract of grassy fields and wooded land at the highest point in Adamsburg Township. Construction began in 1938, and the cornerstone was blessed that year in a ceremony presided over by Cardinal Dennis Joseph Dougherty, the Archbishop of Philadelphia. The service was attended by 15,000 people. The seminary held its first classes in the fall of 1939. The member of the first class was ordained after graduating the following spring. The seminary continued to serve the eastern province of the congregation until 1969. Enrollment dropped to such a point that the seminary was open to students for dioceses of the region and other religious institutes. The last class graduated in 1990, the 50th class to have done so. The seminary had trained some 500 men for the priesthood by that time. The Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Philadelphia began to use the facilities for its seminarians. In 1996, the Vincentian Fathers sold the property to the Archdiocese. At that time, it was converted into use as a retreat center. In 1954, the Chapel of Mary Queen of All Saints was opened for worship by the Vincentian community. The chapel was built as a cross composed of the nave and transept, with the semicircular apse around the altar. The Vincentian Fathers and seminarians sat in choir stalls of white oak, with the stonework of white Indiana limestone ornamented in places with carved inscriptions. It contains a shrine to Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal. The stonework in the sanctum is of Kentucky sandstone. The architectural style of the chapel is a fusion and adaptation of ancient forms. The exterior was done in the Romanesque style, and the interior uses the Roman barrel vault for the nave. The dome of the apse, directly above the main altar, was done in a Byzantine style. The apse dome features a tile mosaic executed by Hildreth Meyer in the Art Deco style, depicting Our Lady surrounded by 6 saints who were known for a solid devotion to her. The complex includes a tower that dominates the front of the main building and features the crucifixion. In its foyer, mosaics depict the life and works of Saint Vincent Paul, founder of the Vincentians, and notable members of the congregation. Sayings of Vincent Paul are sculpted into the stone. The Sacred Heart Retreat Center has helped thousands of people to deepen their faith, said Bishop-designate Joseph Farsa Stone. That was the intent at the time the Archdiocese purchased the property, and for that, we are grateful. The center, however, has a substantial deficit each year. The ongoing upkeep costs make it prohibitive for the Archdiocese to continue its operation. It was a wonderful place for the spirituality program. It was a quiet and serene place where the seminarians could enter into reflective solitude, said Monsignor Joseph G. Pryor, rector of St. Charles Seminary. Unlike many buildings we explore, new life is coming to Sacred Heart. The Brewster Land Company plans to revamp the vacant seminary into a resort, spa, and event center with an agricultural emphasis. Brewster's plans will add several new buildings, 4 new interior roads, and 5 new parking lots. Company President Jack Brewster said his plan, over 4 years in the making, will use all of the existing seminary buildings, including the former chapel, for weddings. Plans will transform the seminarians' dormitory rooms into 36 hotel rooms, and the former tennis courts will be turned into an event pad for tented celebrations. It's a beautiful structure. It's in great condition, Brewster said. We're trying to repurpose it. We are keeping the chapel, which will be a wedding venue. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If not, you know what to do. Until next time, explorers, stay safe.
Come to the lecture hall, explorers. It's cold. I kind of want to follow this cable.